Y'all, if I change my outfit in the middle of this video, it's because this top is too large. Oh my god, this is so funny. Oh my god. Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Tyra, aka The Life of Tyra. I am a journalist and digital content creator. I like to report on pop culture, news, entertainment, and much more. So if you're interested in any of those things, please like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so be notified for whenever I post a YouTube video. Follow me on social media at The Life of Tyra. It's going to be on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, my Substack, which is free by the way. Everything will be linked down below in the description box. And more recently, this is so exciting, recently I have opened up my Amazon storefront. I officially have one now. Check out everything that I have on there. Most of the things that you see me use in my content in general, all that is going to be mentioned in my Amazon storefront. I earn a commission anytime anybody buys anything off of my Amazon storefront. So all of that will be linked down below in the description box. And let's get into today's video because it's going to be a jam-packed video. I'm going to be talking about the 2026 Met Gala that took place last Monday, May 4th, 2026 in New York. I tried to dress on theme for this year's Met. This year's Met is costume art and the dress code is fashion is art. So this is what I got on. Let me give y'all the full body view. Y'all don't be scared. This is a cutout of me. Literally, okay, a lot of people get scared when they see this. I just want to clear the air. This is literally a cutout of me during my senior year of high school soccer. Yeah, this is like circa 2018. But anyways, back to the outfit. Alright, boom. So you still can't see my face, but it's okay. Alright, so this little chrome color like half top. This is from Forever 21. These cute red pants, they are thrifted. And that's pretty much it. I don't got any shoes on. I just have my Apple Watch on deck. And I got these cat eye glasses from Burlington Coat Factory. I think these are like Betsy Ross or Betsy Johnson. I actually have mentioned these before, but it was years ago. It was from a clothing haul type of video that I did on my YouTube channel. I'll link it down below in the description box. I think it was from like 2021. Yeah, that's pretty much my Met Gala look. So the Met Gala took place last Monday, May 4th, as it does every year in New York City. And I just want to talk about it because I don't think I ever really talked about the Met Gala like at length like this before on my platforms. Yeah, like I probably like at most shared like my favorite looks from the Met Gala like each year. I'll probably post on like Instagram or like Twitter of like my favorite like Met Gala looks. Like I've never done like an in-depth like actual like Met Gala video or any type of like post. And this is coming from somebody who, who likes to watch the Met Gala, as somebody who is like, I'm not a fashion expert, but like, I do like seeing some of the looks. I like seeing my favorite like musicians, like athletes at the Met Gala. I think it's really cool. I'm just like, you know what? I want to do a YouTube video. I want to do a full YouTube video about the Met Gala. Is the Met Gala over? Yeah, it's been a week, but still, I still wanted to do a video because I think it's really fun. So I do want to put out some disclaimers for this video because I know how some of y'all can get rowdy when it comes to the Met Gala. One, I am not some type of like well-renowned or highly influential fashion figure. I'm not no Andre Leontali, may God rest his soul, RIP to him. I am not him. So do not like take my opinions on the Met Gala looks as law. Like, if I critique your faves like Met Gala look, please do not come to my comment section with pitchforks if I say that I don't like your faves Met Gala look. Because literally, it's like, are you on their payroll? No, you're not, exactly. If I'm looking down a lot, it's because I have the outline on my computer. When it comes to me doing like deep dives and like YouTube videos in general, I like to do some research. In general, I like to make sure that my videos, my content has like some type of structure. So like, you are informed and you can like have a takeaway from this video. So that's why my face is very, very bright. Not only because of the LED light that's behind my camera, which is my iPhone. My LED light, I got it from Amazon. I'll put it on my storefront, link in bio. I earn commission for any purchases made through my Amazon storefront. But yeah, second disclaimer, I won't be able to discuss every single Met Gala look. A lot of people attended the Met Gala this year. I mean, a lot of people attend the Met Gala every year. But if I don't get to your favorite like influencer or your favorite celebrities like Met Gala look, if I don't mention in this video, it's okay. It's not that deep. Do not crash out on me. I'm sure there's somebody on the internet somewhere who has talked about your faves Met Gala look that I didn't touch on, so you can check them out if they talked about your face Met Gala look. And then last but not least, I feel like, I mean, all these disclaimers are important, but the last one is like more important and specifically towards like what I'm gonna be doing in this video. The last disclaimer that I have is that the way that I'm gonna be rating like the people's looks, the celebrities' looks, I'm gonna be rating them based on whether or not they're on theme or off theme. I'm not gonna do like a scale of 1 to 10. I'm just gonna be like, oh, like blah 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 blah. The final verdict is the celebrity's look is on theme or off theme. So that's how I'm gonna be rating it. That's my little rating system. So without further ado, divas, let's get into the Met Gala. But before we get into this year's Met Gala, let's get a little history lesson in. BRB, let's do a little outfit change. Boom. Boom, I'm back, y'all. Okay, this is look number 2. This is not no ordinary orange shirt. This is a Keith Haring shirt. Try to pull up closer. So like yeah, this is like Keith Haring's like artwork, like some of his designs. I'm just trying to stay like as on theme as possible, you know, on a budget. But like yeah. So now let's get into the history lesson of the Met Gala. So the Met Gala was founded in 1948 by Eleanor Lambert as a charity event for the Costume Institute. So before the Costume Institute was called the Costume Institute, it actually was originally called the Museum of Costume Art, and it was founded in 1937 by Neighborhood Playhouse founder Irene Lewishon. In 1946, with financial support from the fashion industry, the Museum of Costume Art merged with the Metropolitan Museum of Art, aka the Met, and it became the Costume Institute. And then in 1959, it became a part of the Couture Department. The Met Gala, its early beginnings, pretty much, it was just simply like a charity gala event. And now you may be asking, okay, so the Met Gala is just a charity ball, like a charity event. Why is it that when celebrities attend this Met Gala, they're in like crazy outfits? They're in crazy over the top outfits. Why is that, Tyra? Great question. Now, the reason why nowadays, especially like in modern times, you see celebrities like Rihanna, Zendaya, Beyonce, etc., they come to the Met Gala wearing these extravagant outfits. It's all thanks to the one and only Diana Vreeland. Diana Vreeland, she became a consultant for the Costume Institute after she was fired from Vogue in 1971. So under Vreeland, she decided to move the Met Gala to the Met, curating the exhibits and the gala's themes. And the way she did this is like she was able to provide like a creative structure so that guests can come dressed in like the themes and like the focus of said exhibit. So, according to an article from Women's Wear Daily, it was under her time with the Institute that the event became more elaborate and celebrity oriented as the guest list expanded to include the biggest stars of that time. So, Vreeland's first gala that she did was the World of Balenciaga in 1973. Ever since, the Met Gala has cemented itself in pop culture and fashion. The Met Gala is often referred to as fashion's biggest night or the first Monday in May. You might hear people in the world of fashion saying, "Hi everybody, good morning, happy first Monday in May." That is in reference to Met Gala Day. The Met Gala, it's famously held on like every first Monday in May. So that's how basically like the Met Gala is what we know it as today. Under like the consulting abilities of Vreeland, she has catapulted like the Met Gala from like a simple like charity event to like a mega like fashion event. So now let's get into this year's Met Gala. It took place last Monday on the first Monday of May. This year's co-chairs were Beyonce and Nicole Kidman, Venus Williams, and Anya Wintour. So if you guys did not know, Jeff Bezos and his wife, Lauren Sanchez Bezos, they are the sponsors and the honorary chairs of this year's Met Gala. Saint Laurent is also another sponsor for this year's Met Gala as well. There has been like a lot of like talks and like issues surrounding the Bezoses and like them sponsoring this year's Met Gala. Seen this TikTok from Jemias, and so the theme for this year's Met Gala, it was costume art, and the dress code was fashion is art. Without further ado, let's talk about celebrities and their Met Gala looks. First off, you guys already know which look I'm going to be discussing first, and it's the one, the only Beyonce. This year's Met Gala has been her first Met Gala appearance in 10 years. The last time she attended was 2016. The theme for that year's Met Gala was Manus and Machina, Fashion and Age of Technology. And as previously stated, Beyonce was one of the co-chairs for this year's Met Gala. Beyonce also, she did an interview with Lala Anthony, but Beyonce, y'all, she did an interview. Like you know how rare it is to get a Beyonce interview, y'all. I can't wait for Act 3. I really hope that Act 3 is like rock focused. In her interview with Lala Anthony, she describes coming back to the Met Gala stating, "It feels surreal because my daughter is here. I am excited to experience it through her eyes." She was also excited by this year's theme and how it celebrated bodies of all kinds, stating, "Juicy, curvy, thin, just celebrating whatever God gave you." So, Beyonce, she actually had two Met Gala looks. The first one I'm going to talk about is, of course, the one that she wore on the red carpet. Her first look was a skin tone mesh base embellished with a diamond skeleton that traveled all the way down to her fingers. Over the dress, she wore a feathered opera coat that took 5 people to carry up the stairs. So this one was designed by like Ty Hunter, Oliver Rousting, and Chapard. I thought that this look was a little too meshy for me. Granted, I know that it was her first Met Gala appearance in 10 years, so like if she wanted to like play it safe, then I understood that. That's actually really valid. That's really like the only critique that I had of her with that first look. It was just too meshy for me. Everything else about that outfit I really did love, especially the diamond skeleton. Chef's kiss. The diamond skeleton, like that's like literally like my favorite part of her look. The final verdict is that Beyonce was on theme for her first look for her Met Gala. And now going into the second look, this one is a black and white new crystallized Trompe l'oeil mermaid gown by Robert Woon with a sheer black organza veil headpiece. And then again, the brand slash designer was Robert Woon. I really love the black and the gold. And like what also attracted me to this look even more was her nails. Bro, I really like the nails, like the gold nails like on her hand. That really was also a really cool touch on this second look. And the final verdict is that Beyonce was on theme. So she was 2 for 2 for both of her Met Gala looks. Now for the next look, we're going to be talking about Blue Ivy. So Blue Ivy made her Met Gala debut at just 14 years old. Once again, as I stated earlier, is a very special moment for Beyonce because you know it's her daughter's debut, and of course obviously is a special moment for Blue Ivy as well. So Blue Ivy's look, it consists of a cream gown and matching jacket, sunglasses, and sparkling silver high heels designed by Pierpaolo Piccoli for Balenciaga with a Lume Vivier diamond necklace by Henri Henri. I really do apologize in advance if I butcher any of these designers' names. That is Blue Ivy's look. I thought Blue Ivy looked so beautiful, but also she looked real cool, real calm, collected, real chill. And like I really think that the sunglasses like really like did that for her. Like the sunglasses were serving. I really like the sunglasses. Like they're really dope. That's all I'm really gonna say about Blue Ivy's look. I don't want to overly like critique it or anything like that. Well, I mean, I have no critiques on it anyway. It's like one, she's 14 years old, and two, she's literally like, this is her first Met Gala. Mostly it's number one though. That's why I'm gonna keep it at this length. Overall, final verdict, Blue Ivy, she's on theme for this year's Met Gala. Next look I want to talk about is Lisa from Blackpink. I seen this look during the Met Gala live pre-show thing that was on the Vogue website last week. What really sold me on this look was the 3D arms. Her outfit is a Robert Woon custom gown with 3D scans of Lisa's own arms. So then the look is a veil arrangement inspired by traditional thigh dance positions. I love this look. The arms was really what caught my attention, and I was just like, oh my god, like who is this? Like who, like I really like this look. And then I found out it was Lisa from Blackpink. Final verdict, Lisa from Blackpink on theme. So the next look that I'm going to be talking about is Chase Infinity's look. It's like Blue Ivy, she has also made her Met Gala debut. So her outfit is a Chunlia Tom Brown dress inspired by Alexandros of Antioch's Venus de Milo statue. The dress was embroidered with over 1.5 million stacked sequins paired with tiered silk fringes in over 600 different colors, layered to mimic brushstrokes. Colors are beautiful. What makes me love this look even more is like the hairstyle choice that Chase made for her look. I think that it just brings it out even more. Chase Infinity, she is on theme. That's the final verdict. She is on theme for this year's Met Gala. Next look I want to talk about is from Ado Akech. I saw her look as well during the Met Gala live stream. Her outfit is an organza bodysuit paired with a black silk taffeta overcoat. The look also featured a lily of the valley, the bird flower from May, located on her bodysuit. Akech's outfit pays homage to her second baby as she's going full term. She said in an interview, quote, "It was important that if I was going to do this at such a late stage in my pregnancy, I would love for this to be a stress-free experience because I have so many moving parts in my personal life right now." Like, I was in awe. Like, she looks so beautiful. And, like, I feel like this also brings such, like, a touching meaning to fashion as art. The body is a canvas. And it's, like, bringing, like, a child into this world, being pregnant, that adds, like, another, like, beautiful layer to, like, this year's Met Gala theme. Adele Akech, she is on theme for this year's Met Gala, and genuinely and truly, it is one of my favorite looks of that night. So the next looks I'm gonna be talking about is Rihanna and ASAP Rocky. They both came to the Met Gala this year. So starting with Rihanna, Rihanna's outfit is a custom sculptural Mason Margiela outfit with an Art Deco style headpiece. The gown was sculpted by hand and made in Duchess woven silk with recycled metal threads that are typically used for computer wiring. The corseted bodice also features over 115,000 crystal beads, antique jewels, and chains. So, Rihanna with this look, she ate down as usual. I really don't have that much to expect out of Rihanna because Rihanna is like the queen of Met Gala looks. Like, she knows what to do every year. She usually always does her big one every Met Gala. So, like, I don't really have to be like nervous or concerned about what she's gonna come to the Met Gala as what. So, yeah, so Rihanna, she ate as per usual. She is final verdict on theme for this year's Met Gala. However, with ASAP Rocky, his outfit is a custom Chanel with a pink wool robe with black satin lapels and black piping, embellished with a black silk and feather camellia, black trousers, and a white cotton shirt. He's also wearing Coronado archive jewelry. I really like the shade that is on ASAP's robe, that pink shade. I really do like that. He looks good. However, I actually expected more out of him for this Met Gala this year. Fortunately, the final verdict for ASAP Rocky is that he is off theme for this year's Met Gala. So next look I want to talk about is Sabrina Carpenter. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier in the video, but both Lisa and Sabrina, they are members of this year's Met Gala host committee. Sabrina had 3 different looks, and I'm going to talk about each of them. The first one that she had on the red carpet was a custom Dior slit tulle dress with full body wrap of rhinestone film strips of the 1954 film Sabrina, starring Audrey Hepburn. This look is very old Hollywood. I really like it, and like again, like with the layers of this year's theme and dress code, this one adds like a cheeky yet like oh wow layer to it. Sabrina, she is like the body of art. Her body is the canvas, and she is showing herself as the canvas. Paying homage like to Audrey Hepburn, but also paying homage to yourself. That is very cool and creative. Final verdict is that Sabrina Carpenter is on theme for this first look. The other 2 looks I'm gonna say off theme. Now, granted, like she was performing inside of the venue that night. Those 2 other looks were off theme. The second look inside of the event, it was during her 2-act performance set with Stevie Nicks. The second look was a Versace tribute dress from spring 2018 featuring Andy Warhol silkscreen prints of pop culture icons such as Marilyn Monroe and James Dean. The third look was a Gold Fringe Bob Mackie dress. Those looks, in my opinion, were off theme. I know I said earlier it's because like she was performing, but then also it's like Beyonce, she did a second look later on that night inside the event. So if Beyonce can do that, why can't Sabrina Carpenter could? So look 1, final verdict on theme. Looks 2 and 3, final verdicts off theme for Sabrina Carpenter. So the next one I want to talk about is Bad Bunny. So Bad Bunny, he made an appearance in the Met Gala as like an elderly version of himself. He had like the old loose skin, gray hair, the works. He looks like the Weeknd from like the Dawn FM album cover. The outfit is old age prosthetics by Mike Marino, and he is, fun fact, somebody who has worked on like a lot of like Heidi Klum's like crazy outrageous Halloween costumes. The prosthetics are by him. The outfit itself is a custom all black tuxedo suit of his own design, which is of Bad Bunny's own design via his Zara collaboration, gray hair, and a cane. The oversized, I don't think I could say this word because of like censorship on YouTube, but meow meow bow on his neck is a reference to designer Charles James' 1947 gown bustle, which is a part of the Costume Institute's permanent collection. I like this look. Like, you know how they say like the younger you are, the more beautiful you are? Well, I mean, that can apply to like older people too. That can apply to the elderly. That can apply to like older people. Like, it just shows like, you know, like you can also grow beautiful as you get older. You can be beautiful even as you like are aging. Like, it is okay to age and be older and still be beautiful. Like, you know what I mean? So I like, that's how I see Bad Bunny's look in a sense. And with that being said, the final verdict is that Bad Bunny is on theme for the Met Gala. The next look I want to talk about is SZA's. Now, one thing about SZA, she always comes through whenever she makes the Met Gala appearance, a la her 2018 look for Heavenly Bodies and her 2022 look for In America, an anthology of fashion. So her outfit is a glowing yellow dress by Bode in shades of orchid, marigold, corn, and golden flax with a 2-tier flounce skirt and a basque-shaped corset. The beaded panels take the form of butterfly wings. The embroidery is done with gold and silver beads and sequins with pendant strings of faceted crystal beads and coral and cowrie shells. What makes scissors look all the more grounded is that like the fabrics was like sourced from like eBay. According to Emily Adams Bode Ahula, her Vogue and eBay teamed up to create this look entirely sourced from the treasures to be found on the online marketplace. And Ahula said that we work with a vintage dealer who sourced over 100 yards of yellow fabrics for us in various materials: tulle, taffeta, silk, bailey, and beadwork on lace. And then the look itself is inspired by Vienna Workshop, a pre-war design collective focused on craftsmanship and natural themes. This plus scissors love for nature resulted in this carefully crafted look. It was so beautiful. It was so bright and vibrant, and it really does go with like SZA and like what she is all about. And I really like this look. I really enjoyed this look. That being said, final verdict: SZA on theme, and dare I say, it might have been one of the best looks of the night. So the next look that I want to talk about is Anouk Yai. Her look was a custom Balenciaga couture, complete with black ruche detailing, an oversized hood, and black leather gloves. The look also features her wearing a hair prosthetic slash silicone based wig with a knotted snake on the back of her head, a reference to the Greek mythological character Medusa. So this look was inspired by the Black Madonna, a key figure in religious art in which it is the depiction of the Virgin Mary with dark skin. Anouk Yai said to British Vogue, quote, "In the climate that we're living in right now, we need hope. I feel like being the Black Madonna in a Trump world is going to send that message." This was designed by Pierpaolo Piccoli by Balenciaga, Carlos Nazario the stylist, and then Melina Stearns is like the prosthetic artist. So this look has such a layered meaning, and then connected with what's going on like currently, and then the history of the Black Madonna, which you guys will have to do your own research on. I did like a brief research on it, but then I feel like, you know, you have to do like, this is for me too, for everybody, like you really have to do more research on the Black Madonna because the history about it, it's long, it's deep, and it's complex. I feel like it would like take a whole separate video, even longer than that probably, if like to go in detail about the Black Madonna and its significance. The final verdict for Anouk Yai's look is on theme. She was probably tied for the best look of the Met Gala for that year. Again, I also said SZA. The last look I want to talk about is Doechii. She wore a burgundy Marc Jacobs wrap dress with a Marc Jacobs created accompanying headpiece. The makeup is the star of the show, and then makeup artist Chelsea Uchenna aligns the dark feminine makeup with Doechii's very bohemian and very goddess vibes. So the nails are made out of crystals. So according to artist Rachel Sun, the one who designed Doechii's nails, she said, quote, "This nail look is inspired by naturally forming crystal clusters that are unpolished. The idea was to create an effect that replicated materials and textures found in nature. I also referenced the gems on her jewelry to extend the accessories to include nails." I really love like Doechii's makeup in this look and the nails, especially the nails. Oh my god. On theme is the final verdict for Doechii. Doechii, she is on theme for this year's Met Gala. So that is pretty much it for today's YouTube video. I had such a fun time like getting dressed up to do this video, even though like I pretty much like took off like 80% of my original Met Gala look. Thank you guys for like watching today's video. You guys stayed all the way to the end. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Last time I saw, I got like almost like 90 subscribers on this channel. Oh my god, like reaching 100 subscribers would be really cool. So yeah, so once again everybody, thank you so much for checking out today's YouTube video. Please like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you be notified for when I post a YouTube video. Again, follow me on my social media platforms: Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, my Substack, which is free. Everything about that will be linked down below in the description box. And then once again, check out my Amazon storefront. That'll be linked down below in the description box as well. Anything that you buy off of my Amazon storefront, I make a commission out of. So please support my Amazon storefront. It's a really cool opportunity for me. And like, yeah. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Working on me, baby. There's so much trauma in my life.